Hi guys, my name is Liam Edwards. I am a wildlife photographer based here in the UK. For the past 9 months, I have been using this, the Reolink Go, a small modular camera with a 4G network data SIM and an internal battery. This camera has been a fantastic tool for myself out in the field and has allowed me to capture and monitor the behaviour of wildlife I wouldn't normally have been able to capture whilst out in the field with my stills camera. In that past 9 months, I have acquired 4 of these cameras, which have been positioned on a number of locations such as foxes, badgers and owl boxes, and of course the peregrine falcon's nest, which I've been the most excited about. Reolink reached out to me and said, "We have a new camera which we would like you to test." Of course, me being a techie camera nerd that I am, jumped at this offer and agreed. Just a few days ago, in the post arrived this, the new Keen Ranger PT by Reolink. I haven't opened this box yet, so essentially this is an unboxing video. So this is a first impressions of this camera, and hopefully I'll make a part 2 showing you the camera out in the field and what it can do. So let's get unboxing this camera and see what we've got inside. So first impressions, from what I can see on the outside of the box, is that this particular camera looks very much like their Go PT. Now, I don't own a Go PT. As I say, I've got 4 of these, the Reolink Goes, but I don't own a PT. Now, PT stands for pan and tilt. And just looking at the overall box, we've got a few pictures and stuff which was in their promotional video. And you can just see there on the front that we have got we've got the camera along with the solar panel as well, which is kind of key, especially for myself when I'm out in the field and I leave a camera for months at a time. The last thing I want to be doing is going back and forth to the field and changing batteries over. Now, the Reolink Go, to be fair, has been pretty good. It has these internal batteries. Now, I'm not too sure on the Go PT range, and of course on the Keen Ranger PT. I'm not too sure what batteries that has internally. I'm hoping that it is the same batteries as this, because I've got a few of those now anyway. But let's get this baby opened and see what we've got inside the box. So as I say, this is a new camera from Reolink, and it's called the Keen range. From what I understand, they are planning on having more cameras within their wildlife trail camera range. So on first open, I've got an antenna here. So one thing you'll see different with this over this particular camera is that this camera doesn't have an external antenna. So this one obviously requires this external antenna. We've got, I'm guessing, some instructions in here as well. Yep, a number of instructions and bits and bobs, but we won't be going into the instruction side of things. That's not something I tend to do often, is have a look at the instructions. Now, I'm going to pull out the first thing here, which I can see on top of the box, which is the camera itself. So yeah, I can see straight away it looks exactly like the Go PT. I'm going to do that real satisfying peel off that cellophane to reveal the camera just there. So yeah, it's quite small and modular, just like the Go here, but obviously this has the internal motors for the pan and the tilt, so it is a little bit bigger, but I'm guessing the battery is housed in the top section here. So yeah, overall so far I'm really impressed. I really like the sort of real tree look that they've gone for in this range, and obviously the antenna there as well does match the overall look of the camera. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that so far. Now on my solar panels that I've got on the Reolink Goes, I tend to do a similar sort of thing with the real tree look. Now I tend to spray them up so they are a little bit more camouflaged whilst out in the field. But with this particular camera, once we get into the rest of the box here, they have done exactly the same as what they've done with this camera here. They've done that real tree look. So taking this first layer off the box here, we've got what looks like a mounting bracket of some sort. Now I did notice when I opened the box there's also this little clip on the top here, which is I believe a little release. We can just release that, yes we can. There we go, like so. So I'm guessing that allows you for multiple mounting options. Looking at this, it's got a screw thread there and also a screw thread on the top there. So yeah, screw that directly on the top. Now I'm guessing you can mount this a couple of different ways. You've got some screw holes just in the top of this here, with some countersunks on the other side, and there's also what looks like a sort of a gap just under here, which I'm guessing you can put a strap through on that as well. Going back to this little mount here, again similar to this part here, you've got two screw holes here, and also running through this looks like you can put a strap through that as well. So yeah, very neat. I really like that idea of having multiple different mount options. Now I primarily mount my Go using various different mounts, and one of those being this, a articulating arm with a clamp. Now I have various different clamp sizes. This is just a small one which will go on a sort of a small branch, but you can buy various different versions of these, and super clamps and different articulating arms and so forth. But yeah, this particular one allows me to screw this onto the back of the Reolink Go, and then I can basically mount it up in trees. But you can do various different options for mounting. But yeah, really happy that I can see that Reolink have opted for a standard 1/4 inch thread on the top there, and that's what is on the bottom of this as well. And my clamps here, my arms are all 1/4 inch threads, so that is going to come in very handy. One thing that I did notice on the Reolink Go is that it's not a 1/4 inch thread. I can't exactly remember the thread size on this, but I had to buy an attachment, a thread adapter, so I could use my articulating arms. So yeah, overall so far I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with the way it looks, the sort of the camouflage look that they've gone for. One thing I have noticed, which I did notice on one of the forums pages today, is this, the logo Keen. A lot of people have sort of already commented that they don't quite like the idea of the logo being across the front of the camera, but to me that doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, that up in a tree or hidden within the bush somewhere, no one's going to spot that, so that doesn't bother me too much. The stickers and stuff I tend to take off anyway, so I will remove those at some point. But yeah, overall I think that's a very nice small modular camera system that they've got going on there. As I say, I really like that real tree option that they've gone for. Just delving in a little bit deeper into this box here, we've got a sort of standard USB cable. I'm guessing that is to charge the camera. We've got a power switch on the back there for turning it on and off. Now that is quite handy, because that is one thing that the Reolink Go's don't have, is a power switch. Now normally I have to turn them off via the app. When they're in my bag, if they're left on, they're constantly triggering, and I go back to my phone and I find I've got hundreds of notifications. But having that power switch on the back there is very, very handy. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. We've got another little tab on the top here. Yeah, so a little tab on the top here that says open is a USB port. So I'm guessing that is how you charge the camera's battery, and I'm guessing the solar panel will plug into that as well. I can't see on here. Let me just move this around a little bit. Okay, and on the bottom here we have got the micro SD card slot and the data SIM. Now I've noticed, which doesn't come with the Reolink Go's, they actually have provided a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. So that's actually a big plus, because when you buy the Go, you obviously have to buy your SIM card and a micro SD card as well. So that is very, very handy. That means I don't have to go out and buy another micro SD card. So yeah, very, very, very pleased with that. So yeah, so far so good. I'm very pleased with how that looks. We've also got a strap. Now with the Reolink Go's, you get a bright white strap, which I never use out in the field. But with this, you've got a nice sort of green and brown strap here. It doesn't look very long. No, it's not. Now, you're not going to get that around a big tree trunk. So that is a negative for me already. I'm quite fortunate that I've got a few more of these anyway, a little bit longer, so I can wrap them round tree trunks. The last thing I really want to be doing is screwing these onto trees. Although you won't really do too much damage to the tree, having something like this strap is really handy to have. But yeah, it to me looks like it's around about 2 foot in length. So that could do with being a little bit longer, but it's not a huge negative. And delving a little bit further into the packet here, we've just got a couple of screws in there as well. So I'm guessing that's just if you wanted to mount your camera up on the side of a house or something like that, because it's got a couple of little bits and bobs extra in there as well. So yeah, overall, very, very pleased with that camera. You'll probably notice this is actually my first ever unboxing video, so I am a little bit all over the place with this video, so I do apologise. So yeah, my first ever unboxing video, and I thought I would take the opportunity to do this for Reolink, because they have kindly sent this camera to me to test out in the field. Now we get into the solar panel. To be honest with you, they are pretty much the same, if not the same panels. Looking at them side by side, they are exactly the same panels. They've gone for that Realtree look to match the camera. So it looks very, very nice. Side by side with my my DIY option. I really, really like what they've got going on there. So very, very neat. Again, obviously you've got some stickers and stuff on the back there, but with a little bit of heat, we can get those removed off the back there. I tend to do that, as you can see here as well. What else we got in here? And we've also got the mount for the solar panel as well. Now, if I pull mine to one side as well and put them both together, so this is the one that I got with the Reolink Go, and of course I've sprayed it the same as the solar panel, but they've obviously kept this the real tree colour as well. So yeah, very, very pleased with that. One thing about this is the way in which it's been painted. It's not going to scratch or flake as well. Now mine do tend to scratch a little bit and flake, but it's not the end of the world. It's just one of those things where you just want to add a little bit of green colour to it, so it's not as noticeable out in the field. And again, another packet of screws. So yeah, overall, that package that we have here, I think is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's spot on. I haven't delved into the camera menus or anything just yet. I mean, I obviously have literally just opened the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a delve through the camera menus, turn it on, and get it all set up on my phone. And then hopefully I'll do a part 2 video where I will have this out in the field and test it for you, show you some of the video footage from this. So yeah, as I say, this is primarily an unboxing video. I haven't gone into the sort of the nitty gritty of what the camera can do, but I will do that on a part 2. So yeah, there we go. There we have the Keen Ranger PT. I've got to get used to that because I keep saying Reolink, but it is the Keen Ranger PT.